So Shiba Inu holders have gotten a little quiet over the last few days, and that's fair for some people. It may be tough to stomach these drops that we go through in the crypto market. And maybe it's your first one, but the good news is that Shiba Inu actually had one of the most aggressive bounce backs in the crypto market, and this is actually the perfect setup for what comes next. And it's something that is pretty big. I can't wait to show this to you guys. We did also have something happen over the last 24 hours that may, in fact, give us a lot of excitement heading into next week that we need to talk about as well. So if you guys are new or haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. Hit that bell again. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So yes, these dips are difficult. Me personally, I don't really care about dips. They don't bother me any. And what I really look at them as is opportunity. If you were sitting right in the middle of this may look like it's over, we're dropping, all these things, right? But for those that took advantage, realize that from the bottom of this wick to actually the top of Shiba Inu's recovery here, or at least the most recent top, it's almost a 30% move. That I talked about the fact that Shiba Inu would have a very violent throwback here because we've seen this time and time again, right? Anytime Shib gets into an area it doesn't want to live, it recovers really aggressively, right? And again, really aggressively. That's one of the beauties of Shiba Inu. But what is even more important here is the strength that we've actually built during this drop. And I want to show this to you guys in just a moment here. But what I have to say is that we're doing exactly what we did earlier this year. This build up to where Shib made its big breakout. In fact, when we look at the chart here compared to what we're seeing right now, I mean, guys, it's like identical. All right. It's not 100% exactly the same, but this is about as close as you can get, right? Now, what this shows is obviously us kind of chopping around, being below the last chance box, popping back in a few times before Shib makes its break in February. Do I think it takes that long? No. And the reason why is we're not in 2023. We're in 2024, and we are in the start of alt season. And what this means is that up only season is ahead of us. There's a time where this big adoption hits the market. You start to see new adoption take place, and it typically happens right about post-Christmas. And really, January is the time that we see these significant surges in the crypto market. That's when I expect Shiba Inu to be making some very sizable moves to the upside. That's when I think we could see an all-time high. It's still possible this year, right? But unfortunately, right now, this drop, I don't want to say it took some steam out of Shib's move, but now we obviously have to recover back up to 4033 before we can even make that next extension. But that being said, it can happen very quickly. For example, this is a post by Crypto Rover, and what he said is back in 2020, the total market cap dipped in exactly the same way. Once we break out from here, there's no stopping the train. And what we really see here is this kind of drop and load up before the next launch, right? Same thing here, drop and load up before the next launch. Now, this shows a possible drop down to the top here. I don't think we get that drop. There's too much strength in the charts here. And frankly, institutional money has caused us to do a few things market cap wise that we normally don't do in this market cycle. But understand that, comparing, for example, this load up here in early 2024, this run in basically January through March, it pales in comparison to this next extension that we'll see. All right. We're talking about likely trillions and trillions of dollars being added to the global market cap of crypto by March. All right. And during this same time, Shib has done some very important fundamental things that people need to be aware of. And I'll get to that in just a second here. Now, overnight, we did have a very important thing take place. We did actually see the Senate pass the spending bill. All right, I don't know what was all included in this, but the House passed it, the Senate passed it, and what is going to happen today is this is in fact going to be signed by Joe Biden, and this means that we avoided a government shutdown. Now, again, I don't know what was in this specific bill. I'm sure there was some stuff that was give and take, but why this is important is this may actually build a little bit of excitement heading into next week. It's not a guarantee, but I know that this was on some people's minds specifically, and it may in fact be the thing that opens up institutional spending next week in a big way. All right, after having a little bit of a dump yesterday. But why I'm talking about Shiba Inu gaining strength fundamentally here is, yes, we've had a little bit of retracement. There's some profit taking along the way. Go figure, that does happen. But what actually happened over the last 24 hours is two very important things. And I hate to keep referencing back to these, but these are important. We actually gained holders. We could have seen, and we have seen before, times where Shiba Inu has dropped like 40% and we shed like 20, 30, 40,000 holders. That didn't happen this time. Things are a little bit different. In fact, Shib through this drop just continued to rally and add more holders. Wasn't a huge amount, but it was new holders nonetheless. At the same exact time that this was taking place, I know there's a viewer that loves seeing this. We saw us hit a new all-time low in terms of exchange supply. So this is kind of wild. You're not seeing this anywhere else in crypto. Maybe Bitcoin, but why I'm really referencing this in a big way is that we're now at a point where, for example, back here, last time prices were at these levels, there was last time we were in a trend kind of similar to here and prices were at these levels, 163 trillion SHIB available on exchanges. We are now at almost 30 trillion less available Shiba Inu in the market. And we're getting ready for the biggest boom of adoption, period, in crypto history. Shiba Inu search volume, incredibly high. Meme coin search volume, incredibly high. Shiba Inu available on all these exchanges, right? All these things that we talk about time and time again. Understand that these moves for Shiba Inu, they've been good so far, but they're very small in comparison to what is in fact coming. We're probably going to have a February, March level event once again, and it's going to surprise a lot of people, right? I suppose this meme again where you have Shiba Inu, the Shiba Inu guy poking the stick saying do something and then it just blasts right through his head. That's what we're preparing for. The fundamentals are showing exactly this. Remember what I always say, price is always the lagging metric. It's always the last thing to move. Just imagine what it's going to move like when we get this big adoption boom. So appreciate you guys as always. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below. Are you prepared for this? Did you buy in the dip? And what do you think the rest of this year and January is going to look like? Have a great day. Show your love below. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.